Hey everybody, and welcome to a 15-minute ultimate subscribe and save setup tutorial for Black Friday Cyber Monday. Now, what I'm going to do is over the next 15 minutes show you how to, without any code, set up the ultimate subscribe and save setup for your Shopify store using apps and not having to style or tweak anything. So, this is where we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to a point where subscriptions and your subscribe and save program is a no-brainer to try on your store. Promotions, pop-ups, accordions, and simply asking the right questions and answering questions on your page in a non-overwhelming way. How do we do that? How do we properly upsell subscriptions for your first-time customers? For this Black Friday, Cyber Monday especially, because that is a gift of recurring revenue that keeps on giving throughout the year. So let's dive into it. So first and foremost, to set up all of these nice and fancy tools like pop-ups, you don't need a custom theme. You don't need to hire a designer, developer. What you need is the Good Subscription Upsell app on the Shopify app store. Our team at Good Subscription Agency has built this app, and we've created dozens of subscribe and save widgets and experiences and split tested hundreds of different versions at this point to basically figure out what is the best converting subscribe and save tools and tricks that we can turn into an app so you can install it for $20 a month. And on top of that, we have a 60-day trial right now to try this app. And I would say you're thinking, okay, maybe I'll install it just before Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Don't launch anything into that. Set it up. You'll spend $20, $30 to have it up and running for about a month, but it will work out all the kinks in the meantime. So you install the app. Once you've installed the app onto your app store, you'll see this welcome video and you'll make your way to enable the subscription widget. So there's two widgets, subscribe and save widget. We also have a prepaid widget, but for now we're focusing on the subscribe and save, and there's 3 easy steps to set it up that are shown right here, which is really telling you just to navigate to your theme. And now that the subscription, that our app is installed on your store, you do require an active subscription app. This is not a subscription app. You need a current, bold, recharge, Skio, Smarter, Stay, Atomic, Loop, any of these apps to be active already on your site. But once the app is set up, once all that is set up, once you have a program, you can set up this widget specifically. So you're going to click Start Widget Setup. Once you're clicked on there, you will be directed, so I'll keep it like this. You'll be directed to your Shopify theme customizer and pick a theme that you want to publish this widget onto. In our case, I will pick Sense. Sense is a free theme from Shopify. You do require a Shopify 2.0 theme for the smoothest setup of this widget. If you do not have a Shopify 2.0 theme, you might want to reach out to support for some help with the widget installation code, but I highly recommend having a 2.0 theme, especially for this Black Friday, Cyber Monday season for 2023. Shopify is going to be deactivating 1.0 themes soon, and when I say deactivating, they're not going to take down their store, but they will start. You will start losing features from some apps sooner than later. Also, can't really use any of the best apps without a 2.0 store. So once you make it to your customizer, find the product you want to customize. So in our case, it is our From the Earth coffee. Now I'm gonna save that. Cool. Oh, let's keep it simple. Perfect. So we're gonna save that and we're gonna find our product here. So again, coffee. Make sure Shopify is always being fun. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we restarted our page. So this is what you're familiar with. You probably have this widget that's from Recharge, for example, and it is just kind of very limited, and it's sitting right here on your page. You can't really do much with it. What you're going to do is you're going to hide this sucker, and what you're going to do is you're going to add a block, and I'm going to remove myself right here. And you're going to find this now that our app's going to inject and give you a whole bunch of really cool subscribe and save blocks to add to your site. So you're going to add this subscribe and save widget right here. And it will actually be right here. Doom, So once you've added it to your site, it will pop up and it will essentially look like this. You will want to click into it, and now you'll notice that the prices are clearly displayed of what you're paying and what you're saving. It's going to be styled. You'll need to style it to match your branding. This is something that I've pre-set up. But click into the widget and start playing around to make it match your brand. Change the button colors, change the button border radius, and then set up things. So basically go down this subscribe and save widget list and you'll see things like purchase option title, so which is this thing, purchase options. This info button I'll show you in a second. We have the delivery every option, so that's in our widget within here. Accordion background color, that's this sucker right here. You want to make sure that all matches with your other styling on the page. And then for your Black Friday, Cyber Monday, make an offer and lock in people for their subscribe and save program that they'll stick around and keep creating profits and revenue for you throughout the year. So I highly recommend thinking of dropping your subscribe and save savings an extra couple of percent. So if you're offering 15 or 10% regularly, offer 15 or 20. And make sure that people understand that they're locking these for the future orders. Now, if you need to raise prices in the future, it's all good. It's all understandable. This is fine these days. Customers will understand this. We've seen brands raise prices for their subscription by 30% for products all across the board by 30%, and losing only 5% of subscribers. So generally store owners overestimate this. But long story short, give them a killer offer. Maybe even give them some kind of free gift. Put an image into this carousel that'll go right, or into this accordion that'll go right here, to either of a free gift or of some kind of a promo. Use the text section here to explain everything you need, and watch this. Once you click off the thing, it gets deactivated, so it's making it very clear that you're losing these things without our subscribing, basically without subscribing. So another thing what I would suggest you do is we by default pre-select subscribe and save. What we found through split testing is that if you pre-select subscribe and save and make a default choice on your widget, it will convert 30 to 50% more subscribers and not affect one-time purchases at all. So your conversion rate will stay flat between pre-selecting, not pre-selecting. So pre-selecting one time and pre-selecting subscribe and save. The total conversion rate doesn't change. So it doesn't deter any one-time purchasers. But what it does is it shows new visitors that subscribe and save is truly the preferred and best method to buy this product from your brand. Signal that with the default choice. So we have that pre-selected. And what we also want is we want to set up a little bit of custom cancel anytime text. So we're going to add that block as well from our add block widget. So you can find all of our cancel anytime, frequency pop-up, prepay, subscribe and save, all of these. Add all of these suckers to it, to your product pages. So we're going to make sure that this cancel anytime button is right here. And what it's going to give us is this dynamic pause cancel anytime text, which we can customize. So what we're going to do here is, first and foremost, I'm going to make this a little more festive, and we're going to add a little bit of a pop in color to it. Pause cancel anytime. Now, I don't really care much for these icons, so we're going to hide these icons here just to keep it nice and clear. And here's the thing. With our app, this text becomes dynamic. So once the customers click are pre-selecting subscribe and save, the objection buster text can basically sit around the add to cart button and be your last effort to either promote subscribe and save or make sure that they stick with subscribe and save through the cart and the checkout and make the purchase. So you either want to call out your pause and cancel anytime cancellation policy, and when customers, or you could just simply keep it cancel anytime, simple as that. Cancel anytime, save 25%. Or once customers select one-time cancellation, one-time policy, basically what you could say is subscribe to save 25%. And you could say even limited time. Subscribe to save 25%. So for example, if I have this pre-selected, and you know what, I'm not really loving this color. Let's stick with what we know. Black. How's that going to look? Yeah, that looks great. So subscribe and save 25, get a free gift, and if I turn that off, limited time, subscribe to save 25% is still right here. How do you not think about that? Again, make it a no-brainer to try subscribe and save. Now, what about the skeptics? What about people who are like, okay, cool, I get it, there's a lot of perks, but is there a catch? What's the difference here? So you could say, you could basically help people navigate and answer all of those questions, not necessarily through the FAQ, because if you're putting an FAQ on the bottom of the page somewhere, it is difficult. It is difficult for customers to navigate there. Most people never, 70% of people never make it halfway down any product page. So think about that. So what you want to do is make the most use of these pop-up icons. So we have this purchase option pop-up icon, which is actually, I'm going to call, I've named this one subscriber perks. And when you click on the info box, it's going to have an image section and it's going to have a text section where you can highlight all and bust all the possible objections. So we could even rename this purchase options, or we could also call it not purchase options, but let's call it subscriber perks or subscription info. Subscribe and save. And then info, subscriber perks, perfect. And here you can use, again, text and images in these pop-up blocks that you can find right here. Boom, 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 subscriber perks. And you can put an image here that you want to display. You can also put GIFs in here. I'll show you exactly how that works in a second. But generally what you want to do is you want to remove any potential blockers or barriers. The biggest one is always cancellation. Is it easy? How do I do it? What else do I get? So we want to make, again, subscribing a no-brainer. All perks, zero risk, cancel anytime, free shipping, save 12. And make sure that all of that is updated. And you could say save 25 BFCM. Perfect. Save that. And finally, another pop-up block is this delivery every frequency info box. So if you click this info box, here's what I recommend. This is where you talk about the flexibility and the hassle-free nature of your subscription. It's not really about the savings. It's about the convenience of a subscribe and save program. So auto delivery, and you want to make sure that people see it as flexible. So we have a little GIF here of a customer portal being edited for frequency and how often you need it. People see this as transparency instead of just thinking of it as, hey, here's this claim that they make. Sure, they say it's easy, but is it really? Show, don't tell. Text is good. Easily snooze, skip, pause, order now. All of this is good. So how much of a no-brainer is it to really give this thing a go? In my mind, I'd be subscribing. I'd be trying a subscription. It seems like you're trying you're making a good case. You're making a good case with this. So, and then subscribe and save in one time. One time really doesn't look like that much of an appealing offer now. So remember this Black Friday, Cyber Monday, recurring revenue is a gift that keeps on giving to the business. Subscribers are your most profitable customers, and subscribers are on average worth 5 to 7 times more than one-time customers. Why? Because the profit that you make on a subscriber is generally 5 to 7 times higher than a one-time purchaser, because on average, a one-time purchaser makes what we find is 1 to 2 orders, 1.7 orders over a course of their lifetime over a year. A subscriber makes, on a monthly subscription, 6 to 7 on average. So once you get rid of all of those customer acquisition costs, because you're likely not making much profit on that first order. However, the second order, the third order, the fourth order, the fifth order, all your CAC is recovered and it's all profit. So focus on subscribe and save this Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And I'm getting off my soapbox. I hope this was helpful. Check us out at the Good Subscription Agency and check out the Good Subscription Upsell app. Cheers.